Welcome to the Sandler Sales and Sales Leadership Thought of the Day. When you or your team are going out on a sales call, what's the plan? We find that a lot of salespeople, they use the wing it plan. In other words, they don't have a plan. They're going, I got my product, I got my knowledge, I'm going to head out there, I'm going to meet this person, and I'm going to sell them something. That's not much of a plan, right? They don't really thought it through. What are my questions I'm going to ask? And pre-call planning can have a huge impact on the success of the team and the success of getting a real decision. So when we talk about pre-call planning, there's a few elements that have to be there. Number one, what's your mindset for the call? What are you going in with? Are you going in with an attitude of, oh my God, I really need this? Or are you going in with an attitude, I'm going to find out what their issues are and see if I can help them? What's your mindset? And you have to really get that right first to make sure that you're in the right frame of mind. Secondly, what's your upfront contract for the meeting? And if you're part of Sandler, you know what that is. If you've never been in Sandler, you may not know. But really, what's the meeting agenda today? And and then more importantly, what's the outcome you're expecting from that meeting? And when we talk about outcomes, what's your home run outcome? And a lot of times, salespeople will say something like, "Well, I want to make a sale." Well, unless you're in a one-call close sales process, that's probably not very realistic. So when we talk about home run might be, we get them to set up another meeting with the owner of the company. Maybe that's the home run. Or maybe we get the opportunity to tour their factory. That could be the home run. But we got to know what that home run is. And then, of course, the other side of it is what's a base hit? If we can't get the home run, what's the base hit? What's the smaller commitment we could get? The goal being we get some kind of commitment out of that or some kind of decision. And by the way, no is a perfectly acceptable decision as well, because then we take them out of our prospecting funnel. So we got to have the right mindset, we got to have the right agenda, and we have to have an outcome, and then we have to think about what are some of the questions we're going to ask that make us sound different than all of our competitors. We have to have some great questions ready and available to us, because if we got to think on the fly, we're probably not going to be listening to what that prospect has to say. It doesn't have to take long. 5 minutes, pre-call plan, get in front of that client and make sure you execute your plan. I guarantee you're going to have a lot more success. So if that makes sense to you, feel free to reach out to us. We have Crash a Class. We'd love to have you as a guest. Or look for our next webinar. We'd love to have you out as well.